Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have the 2023 Christopher Bell Dewalt Bristol Dirt Race to Win diecast. Let me tell you, this is probably the most underrated diecast maybe made of the entire 23 year. I'm not even kidding you, and if you watch this review, you'll understand why. It is so freaking cool. Let's jump into it. Well, alrighty folks, we're at the good old box, and welcome to today's diecast review. So, I mentioned why this could be the most underrated diecast of the 2023 year. And the reason why is because no one talks about it, but this car has an unbelievable amount of detail. So, naturally, with it being a dirt race, you're going to have dirt on the diecast. Well, guess what they did with the windshields here, guys? They actually printed the dirt pixels on the windshield. Now, that is not a factory error. That is actual simulated dirt printed on the windshield. Incredible, incredible stuff. And notice how the gloss finish of the clear plastic, and then you go over where the sun visor is, or whatever it is, and it has a very satin matte texture to it. Absolutely insane job. Insane job. The whole car kind of has a semi-gloss sheen to it. And I think the reason why they did that is they wanted the car to look a little bit dusty. So I think the real car was glossy, but after the race, I think it had so much dirt and dust that maybe they chose to go to a satin sheen to kind of give it that simulated, kind of dirt effect to it. I'm telling you, this is, if they don't overproduce this car, if they didn't overproduce it, I would not be surprised one bit. It's going to be one of the hardest Christopher Bell diecasts ever find. Years and years and years and years and years from now. I would not be surprised one bit because as of right now, this was the final cup race on dirt. Most likely the final Bristol dirt race ever. Because considering it's a logistical nightmare to set up. It's the Dewalt paint scheme. They didn't make a clean version of this car, by the way. And it's a beautiful Dewalt car with the blue, the lightning. I mean, it's just, whew. It is a very, very cool looking paint scheme. It's got power stack right there. It got Dewalt. And you can just see this very fine haze on the yellow, or orange yellow, if you will. And that's simulating the dirt and the grime. You go to the front of the diecast. Now, for a dirt race, you would expect a whole lot of dirt built up on the car, but it actually doesn't pick it up. It stays pretty minimal, ironically enough. Yes, it does put up on the windshield, but, on the grill and stuff, they clean this stuff off because, they ain't trying to overheat. And this right here has a little kick out that helps protect the ventilation into the car. You got the number 20 right there, Sunoco. You got Joe Gibbs Racing. Sunoco once again, you can see the very, very cool electric kind of lightning pattern there. The car also has the chrome numbers to it, which made the cost even more. Because the race win cars, I think they cost a little bit more. Because there's a lot of work that goes into making these. They have to have a designer that goes over every single detail of the entire car. I've seen how they make these things. It's insane how much detail. Every little piece of confetti they have to design on a computer and put on the car. It's absolutely insane. Yes, this car doesn't have confetti, but it just shows you there's a lot of work that goes into it. And then you have the chrome number, which does cost more. So some people might have been turned off from this car initially because of the higher cost. I actually got this car for a super good deal. I think it was like $8 or $9 at Circle B Diecast. They had a sale on a buttload of 2023 cars. Picked it up. I said, I haven't done a review on this. I want to do a review on it. Sure enough, it came in. So very, very thankful for that. If you want to save on shipping, guys, you know what to do. Promo code down below. Help support the channel. You don't have to use it, but hey, who doesn't like discounted shipping? So just observing the paint scheme itself, it is such an awesome, awesome paint scheme. And I've noticed this with Christopher Bell's tenure in the next gen era. He has ran so many alternate Dewalt paint schemes. And I don't think half of them even got made or offered in the 1/64 scale. I'm not even kidding. If I was a diehard Christopher Bell fan, I would be really disappointed knowing all the alternate Dewalt paint schemes that have been ran. And very few of them have even made it into the 1/64 line. I can't think of any other alternates besides this one as of 2024. Now you can see a very large kind of a donut mark or a rim mark right there on the left side skirt. Dirt racing, a lot of slide jobs, a lot of contact racing. I definitely miss Bristol dirt. I wish they would just go to Eldora or something, because I think a dirt race belongs on the schedule. I think they should have a dedicated weekend to Xfinity, Trucks, and Cup. Just all dirt racing. Heck, even bring ARCA. They already do dirt racing. We have a whole bunch of smaller contingencies here. Right there underneath the Dewalt logo. Ream, Yahoo, Power Stack, number 20, Goodyear, 75th Anniversary Cup Series, C-Bell, Toyota, Joe Gibbs Racing, Interstate Batteries. You go to the back end of the diecast here. You get Toyota, Dewalt, number 20 once again, Camry, TRD. And again, the whole concept of the lower portion of this car is like this electric lightning kind of vibe to it. It's just, what a cool looking paint scheme. And you go right side of the diecast, and you can see a little bit of, I think this is cosmetic. I don't think this is a decal error. There's a little bit of a scrapage on the 20. And the reason why I say that is because you can kind of see the beginning of a donut mark or a ring right here where my right thumb is. There's a little bit of a curve, and it kind of lines up with the damage on the 20. So I think that's all cosmetic. Obviously, you can see some dirt and damage right there on the right rear. You can see some dirt built up on the right rear fender well as well. Just a really cool looking paint scheme. And I don't see a lot of people talking about it. And that's why I think this could be the most underrated diecast of 2023. And that's why I advise you, if you're a Christopher Bell fan and you haven't picked up this car, don't be surprised 5 years from now. This is one of the hardest diecasts to get. I'm just keeping it real because I feel like it's kind of slept on. That's just maybe it'll age like milk. But I'm just keeping it real. Sometimes these cars, they get slept on, and you're like, crap, I need it for my collection, and you can't find it. But I still think the sheen on this car is there to give it that simulated dirt effect. Because I remember this car being glossy. I don't know. Maybe I'm incorrect on that. You got number 20 right there on the roof. Dewalt, Bell. And yes, the dirt is on the rear windshield. Again, that pixelated, dusty kind of dirt effect, that is supposed to be there. That is not a factory error. Fascinating stuff. And then you got Schweinerton? I don't know. I've never even seen that logo in my life. It's interesting when you get these race twin diecasts. They're usually specific to that one event only. And usually each week there might be 1 to 2 different new logos on the car. You never even seen them. So when you do these reviews, like, you're like, what the heck is that? Awesome diecast. I'm telling you, man, Christopher Bell has had some amazing Dewalt paint schemes. What was it, his Martinsville car from 22? And they never even got made? Was that the case? Yeah, it was like Martinsville 2022. They didn't even make it, I don't think. Insane. What, didn't he win the Roval in the Dewalt car in 2022? I think they made that one. I could be mistaken. My point is that there's a few wins of his they did not make, and it's an absolute shame. And especially in the Dewalt car, because every time I see it, I don't think, what's his face, Christopher Bell. I think of Matt Kenseth, and I think of all the diecasts that could have been made from his Dewalt era, just winning just about everything, throughout the years, which I think eventually they'll go back and they'll make some diecasts from it. But I'm telling you, what an awesome diecast. Make sure to pick up your copy of this card today. Thank you all for watching. Have a blessed one, everybody. Diecast Buffet, signing off.